If you've been trading bull put spreads during this market pullback, you already know managing them through a downturn is a very different experience from selling cash secured puts. And honestly, it's been a little humbling. With cash secured puts, I can almost always roll for income. And in some cases, I can even lower my strike price and reduce the capital at risk at the same time. It gives me flexibility. But with bull put spreads, it's trickier. When they get too close to the money, rolling them usually means widening the spread, increasing the capital at risk, and adding more cash to the account just to stay in the trade without taking a loss. That's exactly what I've had to do here. I've been working hard to keep my spreads out of the money, but as the markets dropped, I've had to keep putting in more and more cash. It hasn't been catastrophic, and I'm still optimistic, but I'm really glad that I started small with these. I'm Patricia Saylor, Managing Partner of Saylor Financial Fundamentals, and I'm going to show you what these trades look like inside my portfolio. Here's how much capital I've had to commit, what I've been rolling, and how I'm managing this account moving forward. Taking a look at the overall portfolio, you can see that I have rolled these positions out anywhere from 1 to 3 months to try to create a buffer of time, hoping that the market is going to recover. The next expiration that I have is on this QQQ position. It's a $35 spread expiring in 7 days, and the upper strike is in the money and the lower strike is out of the money. So this is the next position that I need to roll out. In order to roll my positions down and decrease my strike prices, and for some of them to even roll them out of the money, I have had to increase the capital devoted to each of these trades. So looking at the portfolio level, you can see that I did a reset on January 21st. And at that point, I had increased my $1,500 portfolio to almost $3,000. At the point that I closed everything back to cash, I was looking great. Between September 19th and January 16th, I had booked over $1,000 of premium and I had started with $1,500. So I had a 207% annualized return. But when the market started pulling back, it became much more difficult to manage these trades. And in order to decrease the strike prices and try to roll them out of the money, I had to increase the spreads. So I started adding cash to the account. I added $500 from my credit union a couple of times. I brought in a little over $10,000 from an IRA that I am planning to move into a Roth account. So I let it take a little stopover in this account, and I thought that would be enough to continue to repair these. But I had to add more from the credit union, more from the credit union, a little more from the IRA, and more from the credit union. So this has been a real lesson in why it's important to start small. I originally started this account with $1,500 of cash, and as long as the market was flat or increasing, everything was golden, everything was going along well. But at this point, I have put a little over $21,000 of cash into the account. And for the first few months of this account, I was rolling my positions out between 2 and 7 days at a time. But you can see here that I've rolled them out anywhere from 1 to 3 months. And that's to create a period of time where I hope that these positions will recover and I'll be able to exit them. So the next one I need to manage is this April 17th expiration on QQQ. You can see that my upper strike is 475, my lower strike is 440, and I only have one contract for each of those. So this is a $35 spread, meaning that I have $3,500 in play with this contract or these two contracts. Early this morning, it looked like I might be able to roll them out to May 23rd and lower the strike prices. So I put in a limit order, but as the day has progressed, the share price has declined, and it does not look like there's any way that this one is going to fill today. So I'm going to give it one more day, and if it hasn't filled tomorrow, then I'm going to adjust these strike prices and try to roll it out for any net credit at all, even if I have to expand it. So you can see at this point, I have $23,562 in cash. I'm still waiting for $2,000 of cash from the credit union to settle, and that will give me a little more buying power to adjust some of these positions. But my next roll is going to be this April 17th spread. And then the next one after that is going to be the April 25th spread, also on QQQ. My SPY spread is already out to May 16th. I've had to increase it to 2 contracts, but I have 36 days to see what the share price is going to do. And with IWM, I have reduced the spread but increased the number of contracts. And I have one spread that will be expiring on May 16th and another one that I rolled all the way out to July 18th, hoping that something's going to turn around here. For the sake of transparency, I'll show you the most recent trades I've made. In my gold position, I closed everything back to cash on February 25th. And with IWM, since I closed everything back to cash on January 15th, you can see I've been rolling bull put spreads. Things got kind of difficult around the middle of March, and I had to increase to some wider spreads, but I was bringing in consistent small amounts of income. And my most recent roll was on April 9th. That was yesterday. I rolled a spread out to May 16th, and I increased the capital at risk from 3,500 to 4,200. With QQQ, my most recent trades were on March 13th and March 20th, and I rolled out to April 17th and April 25th. And those are the next 2 positions that I'll need to adjust. And my most recent adjustment on SPY, I rolled out on April 1st. I rolled out a position 46 days, expiring now on May 17th. I had to increase my capital from 2,600 to 4,200, and I only brought in $10.72, but I did roll the positions to lower strike prices and created a buffer of time while I wait to see what the market's going to do. So that's where things stand. I've added a lot of cash to keep these spreads out of the money, and I'm steadily working my way back to a cleaner portfolio. Fewer trades, less capital at risk, and more flexibility. The experience has reminded me of how important it is to really understand what you're trading, not just when it works, but how it behaves when it doesn't. That's why I wrote my options books for beginners. They are practical, jargon-free, and just $4.99 on Kindle if you want to check them out. Once I recover this account, and I'm cautiously optimistic that I will, I'll be rethinking whether this is a strategy that I want to keep using long term. There's nothing wrong with bull put spreads, but they're definitely more demanding in a down market than I expected. If you found this helpful, feel free to subscribe. I share real trades, honest insights, and lessons learned as I go.